Hey, I'm Amanda with Your Body Best, and today we're doing a resistance band workout, and I'm going to be using the bands I got from Fitness Answered Training Products. I got 7 bands and some accessories as a gift so I could review them for you guys, and you can see that review on my blog, yourbodybest.com. So in the workout today, I'm going to be using 3 different bands. Now you can use any level of resistance you want. You can change up the resistance as we go through the workout. I'm going to be using just 3 different levels today. I'm using the pink band, the least resistant band, for the warm-up. I'm going to move on to one of the medium resistance bands for the majority of the workout. And then at the end, I'm going to switch to the orange band, which is the most resistant band. So you can see how it goes for you, choosing a level of resistance that works really well. Today I'm also going to be using the ankle straps from my little pile of accessories. There are others, and we're just not going to use them for this workout, but today the ankle straps come in really handy. So we're going to go ahead and get started. The workout is about 35 minutes. It's a total body workout, so go at your own pace, and I hope you enjoy. Thanks. Okay, welcome to this total body resistance bands class. We're going to start with a quick little warm-up, so take a wide stance, toes pointed out to the corners a little bit, and inhale, both arms up above your head. Exhale to a squat, and inhale up. Exhale down, knees are moving wide in the direction of your toes. Inhale up, exhale down. Couple more like it, moving nice and smooth. Just bring some movement into your body, getting that blood pumping. Reach, reach, reach. Just going as low as you're comfortable with and coming back to standing. Now I'm going to grab my first band. This is a very low resistance band, just getting things going. So I'm rolling the ends a little bit so I can get a closer grip, a little more resistance. And I'm just inhaling them above my head and exhaling, reaching my arms back behind my head. So as I inhale up, I'm pulling my hands apart a little bit, just getting those shoulders moving with that little bit of resistance. I'm really focusing on breathing through it, inhaling up, exhaling down, using my breath to move. Good. Now place your elbows out at shoulder height, feet under your hips. We're going to step out wide and squat and extend the arms at the same time. Squat to the side, extend the arms. Squat to the side, extend the arms, bringing them back to center each time. To the side, extend. Good. My elbows are staying in place, just out from my shoulders, so I'm just moving my forearm, my hand. Squatting low. Good. Now take the band above the head, and we're reaching it down to one side, reaching the other arm over. Inhaling up, again, using the breath. Exhaling to the side, reaching that top arm up and over. Inhaling up, exhale other side. Inhaling up, couple more like that. Just breathing as you go, soft in the knees. Reaching as far as it's comfortable to reach. Good, and then I'm just going to fold forward, just a little stretch, just kind of shake everything out. Move your knees a little bit, shift your hips side to side, do whatever feels good, because we're going to get started. So now grab a little heavier resistance band, and you can switch them out throughout the workout if you want. I'm not going to. I'm just going to choose this one and stick with it. But feel free to grab different resistances as you need to. So I'm holding the handles and wrapping so I can hold a little bit closer on the mat. And I'm starting with, or on the band. I'm starting with the band out in front of my chest, and I'm pulling it toward my chest and releasing it forward. So I'm exhaling as I'm pulling my arms back and releasing forward, focusing on your back, right between your shoulder blades, squeezing the shoulder blades together. Good, my arms are pretty much straight. Now I'm going to bring that band behind me and wrap it under my elbows or tuck it under my elbows. And I'm doing the opposite move here, so now focusing on the chest, squeezing the arms forward and then opening wide. So I've got resistance in my band already. The whole time I feel it pulling a little bit. And I'm moving my arms forward into that pull and out. I'm exhaling forward, inhaling wide. Nice controlled movement. Good. Now I'm going to step on the band. My feet are a little wider than my hips, or about as wide as my hips. And I'm going to start with bicep curls. So my elbows are staying glued by my side, and I'm just lifting my hand up to my shoulder. Now notice the wrists are neutral, they're stable, so I'm not letting my hand fold open so that my palm comes forward. I'm keeping my wrists strong. Now I'm going to hold them up there and tuck my elbows to the just in front or forward, and I'm going to squat down and stand up. Good. So I'm squatting low, I'm pressing my hips back behind me. Good. Holding those bands strong, the handles strong right at my shoulder, keeping them in place with my elbows. Good. Sit low and lift. Good. Now we're going to go through that twice more. The same 4 exercises. So I'm going to turn to the side so you can see from a different angle here. Holding the band right out in front of me. Keeping my arms straight and opening them to the side. Strong and stable through your entire body. Moving with control. The band is not in control of me. I am in control of the band, right? So don't let your hands snap together. Pull them apart and then maintain that resistance as you come together. Good. Again, I'm bringing it behind me. I'm letting it tuck under my elbows. And now focusing on my front body. Squeezing my hands toward each other as I keep my arms straight or just a slight bend in the elbow. Breathing as I go, controlling that movement. Good. And now bringing the band under my feet, placing my feet about as wide as my hips, a little wider. Making sure I've got equal resistance on both sides. And now bicep curls. Elbows are staying in place. I'm controlling the entire movement. I'm coming all the way up, and notice I'm coming all the way down. I'm not stopping my bicep curl before my arm is straight. I want my arm to go all the way down and then start the new one. Good. Now keep them up there. Tuck those elbows in front, and we'll squat. Sitting low, sitting back, and lifting. Notice my back is staying straight. I'm pressing my hips back behind me, keeping my weight in my heels. Breathing all the time. Good. Sit low and let it go. One more time, all the way through. Starting with that back fly. Hands are in front of us. I've got resistance on my band right there. Arms stay straight and I open them wide. Release forward. I'm doing 10 of each of these in general. So if you're not doing them right along with me, that's okay. If you're going a little slower, that's okay. Good, let's take it behind us. Loop it under the elbows so you've got control. It's not going to snap you in the head. And then press it forward. Pec fly. Make sure you're breathing, still breathing. Steady, slow movement. Always in control. Good, bringing that down, stepping on the band, bicep curls. Palms are forward, elbows are tight in by my side. Curling up, releasing down slowly. Again, don't let the band snap your hand down quickly. You want to keep that under control as you lower the hand down. Remember to breathe. Keep them up there. Bring the elbows forward a little bit and then squat. Again, I'm doing 10. If you're doing 6, that's okay. I would rather have you do 6 that are really, really good than 10 that are a little bit sloppy. Keep that good form. Good, breathing as you go. We're going to wrap this up and move on to our next set of exercises. So shake it out a little bit. I'm going to bring the band back under my feet, stepping on it again like I was. And I'm going to lift those handles up to my hip so I get a little more resistance in them, in the band. And I'm taking 2 steps to one side, little steps, and then 2 the other direction. My knees are a little bit bent. I'm keeping control of this movement. Again, my feet are not snapping toward each other. I'm controlling that. Good. And now settle, and we're going to lift one leg. So find your balance, and then just lift that other leg out to the side as far as you can, as far as the band allows and your strength allows. Breathing. We're doing 10. And then switch sides. Shift your balance, find your balance, and then lift that other leg. If you can, try not to let that foot touch down each time. Keep it in the air. Focusing on the outer part of your hip and thigh. Good. Keep your feet on the band. We're going to do upright rows. So I'm pulling the band, the handles right up to my shoulders, right under my armpits, and down. My elbows are leading this movement. So the elbows are going first and my hands are following. So my elbows, my shoulders are always going to be a little bit above my hands. Breathing. Good. Back to the hips, handles to the hips. We're stepping to the side. 2 one way, 2 the other way. Breathing as you go, keeping a little bend in the knees. You can do this. Good. Finding your balance on one foot and one leg at a time here, lifting and lowering. Nice controlled movement. We're going for 10, if you can get there. And switch sides. Find your balance and lift. Focusing on that outer part of your leg, thinking about what you're working on as you work it. Good. Settle down again for upright rows, standing tall, and then lift. Hands up to your chest, up to your armpits. Lead with the elbows. Good. I'm just pulling the handles straight up. If it feels like too much work, take one foot off the band. Just have one foot on, and that'll make it a little bit easier. Good. We'll do one more set, bringing the handles to the hips, and then stepping twice to one side, twice to the other. Little bend in the knees, lots of control, lots of focus. We want to stay mindful when we're doing this work. Get to know your body. Know what it feels like when it's working like this. Good. Find your balance. Here we go. Last time. Lifting that one leg with control. If it's starting to get too hard, just take the handles down. I have them up there so it's more resistance, but if you want a little less, just release your hands. Other side. Breathing, breathing, breathing. Control. Excellent. Both feet down. Here we go. Last set of upright rows. Lead with the elbows, pulling the handles straight up. Good. Keeping the wrists, again, nice and strong. You've got a really firm, solid grip on those handles. Breathing. Good, and we'll move on to our next set of exercises. We're only going to do 2 sets on this next one. And the first is a lunge, but we're going to hold the band, again, by the handle and then wrap so you can hold up on the band as well so you get enough resistance. And we're lifting it up above the head, but a little bit in front of the head, stepping back to the lunge and pulling the band down to the chest. Other side, switching legs each time, stepping forward. Stepping back and pulling the band down, stepping forward, letting the band lift. Good. Keep going. We're doing a total of 20. 10 on each side. Remember, when you lunge, both knees are bending. The front knee is right on top of your ankle when you come down, so it's a big step back. When you come up, you're pressing into your heel. And all the while, that band is moving. I'm taking my arms out away from the body as I pull it down toward my chest. So my hands come closer together at the top. They're farther away at the bottom. Breathing all the time. You've got to have that breath. Good work. Focus on form. Even if you're doing fewer, that's okay. But make them good ones. Good. Bringing the band down, we're going to step on it with one foot. Depending on your resistance, you might want to. And now we're doing a shoulder raise to the side. So I'm lifting my arms out to the side, slight bend in my elbows, but not much. Breathing as we go. By now our arms probably already a little tired. So we really want to focus, make sure we're keeping good form. Even if you can't lift all the way, we're just doing what we can. Good. Back to the lunge. So hold in on the band again a little bit here. Lift it up above the head and slightly in front of your head or in front of your face, and we'll lunge back. Pull the band down. Lunge forward. Other leg. Good. Alternating with each step. Remembering to press into your heel. Breathing as you go. Focusing on those arms if they're getting tired. Even just holding them above the head can get tiring, so when we have that band involved, they might be starting to get a little bit sloppy. So really focus on that. Keep the form solid. And sometimes it just requires that focus. It requires that determination that we're just going to do it, even though it's a little bit tiring. Good. Keep control of your lunge. Good. Bring the band down, and again we'll step on it, this time with the other foot. If you're doing one foot, I'll turn so you can see from the front. And it's the same thing. Shoulder raise to the side, standing tall, balanced. Here we go. Lift and lower. I like to exhale as I'm lifting. Exhale on that great exertion, and inhale as I'm releasing. But I am breathing with each movement. Good. Excellent. Moving on to the next couple of exercises. Now we're going to do triceps and then some balance work. So I'm going to bring the band behind my back. My right elbow is up, my right hand behind me. The left hand is holding the band behind my back. And I'm just going to straighten my right arm and release it back. Going for 10. My elbow is staying in place. It's staying pretty much right there by my temple or by my ear. My back is straight and strong, and I'm just extending, just straightening the arm up. Good. Switching sides. So again, same thing over here. My left arm now bent, elbow at the ear. Right hand holding the band behind me. I got caught up there. 10 more, other side, extending and releasing. If you want more resistance, move your hand, your left hand, or your right hand in this case, the hand that's behind you, further down your back. Work that arm towards straight. You could also hold up higher on the band. Good. Coming just to balance here, let's shift our weight to one leg, lift the other one up, and we're going to make circles with that leg. So start them small and slow, and as you feel your balance improve, speed it up and make it bigger. Switch directions. If you're feeling stable, again, you can take a wider circle. Good, let's switch sides. Same thing. Find your balance, find your breath, and then circle that other leg. Start small, start slow. Good, switch directions. Balance is so important. Good. Back to the triceps. Same thing. Elbow by the head, and we'll extend the arm. Let's go for 10. Keep control of that movement. Lowering with control, especially that downward phase here where the band is pulling and gravity's pulling. We really want to control it. Other side. Breathing as you go. Little bend in the knees, just soft, just keeping the knees unlocked. And the back really straight and strong. Good. We'll come back to our balance. I'll just turn to the side so you can see. I'm lifting my right leg, and I'm going to kick it in front of me and then kick it behind me. So I'm bending the knee each time and then straightening the leg forward and straightening the leg back. Shifting my weight a little bit forward and back. You can lean the chest forward a little. Good. Other side, same thing. So again, if your balance is unsteady, take the kick a little bit lower. If your balance is super steady, take it a little higher and a little stronger. Good. Back to the triceps. Third and final set on each arm. Elbow high. Here we go. Go for 10. Breathing all the time. If you're starting to get fatigued, give yourself a little more slack, right? That's the great thing about the band. You can adjust right in the middle of your exercise. Other side, let's finish this out strong. Good. And now back to balance. One more little exercise. Shift your weight to one leg. Bring the other knee up. And we're just going to open that knee out to the side and then bring it center. Open it side, bring it center. Just kind of swinging it like a door. Good. In the middle, let's hold the hamstring and lift that knee up toward the chest. You're still standing tall. Don't fold into the knee. Bring that knee up. Other side. Like a door. Lift the knee up and then open it to the side. Swing it forward. Nice and controlled. Back in the center, let's hold the hamstring and lift the knee just as high as it's comfortable. As high as you can. And let it go. Nice work. Shake it out a little bit. We're going to move to the floor. So I'm going to grab my ankle straps. Attaching these to each ankle. So I'm ready to go. Take some deep breaths here. And now I'm grabbing a band that has a little more resistance. And I'm going to attach one end of it by carabiner there to my ankle strap. Now the band right now is on my right foot, so I'm going to bring the rest of the band and gather it under my right hand. And I'm coming to all fours, wrists below shoulders, knees below hips. And I'm anchoring that band under my hand, so it's not going to move. Make sure you have resistance already, and I'm just going to kick my foot back and bring it down. Kick it back, bring it down. Breathing as I go, pushing through my heel behind me, and letting the knee come down to the ground. My back is staying neutral and strong. My belly button's lifted to support my low back. Good. And now adding the opposite arm. So the right leg goes back, the left arm goes forward. Spinal balance. Just an added degree of difficulty here. If you don't want that, keep that left arm on the floor. Good. Breathe the whole time. Strong and steady. Good. Now I'm going to shift to a side plank on my left. So my left hand is holding the band against the floor. My right arm is up. I could bring my left knee to the floor. If this feels like too much to do a full side plank, do a half side plank. You can do the same thing either way. I'm going to come back to full. Find your balance, find your strength, and now I'm lifting my right leg with control 10 times. Strong side plank. Just a little extra resistance there. Not a lot, but it makes a difference in this particular exercise. Good. Coming back down to center. I'm going to come back to all fours. Keep the band on this leg for now. One more exercise here. Gather the band under your right hand again. Still on the right foot. And straighten that right leg. And now keep it straight. We're just going to lift it and lower it. Lift it and lower it. Breathing as you go. Going for 20 of these. I'm still lifting with control. I'm not just swinging my leg up there. So make sure you're keeping it under control. It gets tempting when we get tired to try to rely on momentum, but we want to use our strength. Good. Shake that out a little bit. Rock it back to a child's pose if you want. Feels kind of good. And then switch the band to the other ankle. Starting again on all fours, I'm gathering the band under my left hand and pressing it against the floor there. Moving on to the left leg, stretching it straight back, pressing through that heel, and then lowering the knee to the floor. Breathing as you go. Good, and now adding the right arm if you want, so extending the left leg and the right arm forward. Even though you don't have any resistance in that right hand, you're still really actively reaching like you're going to touch that wall in front of you. Good. And then moving to the side plank. This time, anchoring the band under the right hand. The band is attached to the left foot. You can come to the kneeling side plank, the half plank, with the right knee on the ground, or bring your right foot and stack your left foot on top of it. Band is under the right hand, and we're lifting the left leg with control. Ten times. You could also just hold this plank if you wanted. Good. With control, come back down. Last exercise here, gathering the band under the left hand again. Feeling that resistance right away as you press the foot back. We'll straighten the leg and then lift and lower the leg. "20 of these. Still strong through your core. You're still controlling this movement. Take some deep breaths and focus on what you're doing. Really move into that burn. That burn is a good thing. It means something's happening, something's changing. Good, let that go. Now I'm going to come around to my back. And I'm going to unhook this to start. You could put the handle back on, but I'm not going to mess with that. So I've got one handle, one without, that's okay. I'm holding up on the band a little bit anyway. And I'm going to put the band on the bottoms of my feet. I've got resistance in both arms already. And I'm going to roll to my back, bend the knees, and lift the legs straight up. Now I'm pulling my belly button down as I lower my legs a little bit, lift my shoulders up, my arms are straight by my side, and with control, I'm just pulsing that band toward the floor. Breathing, breathing, breathing. My low back is connected with the floor. My abs are strong and tight and pulling down or pushing down. Good, let that go. Now I'm going to hook the band back onto one ankle. We'll do both, so whichever one you want to start with is fine. I'm starting left and holding the band in my left hand. And again, holding it up a little bit. Hold on the band as well as the handle so you get enough resistance. Now I'm tucking into a little ball here, and I'm stretching that out. Tuck to a little ball on the exhale, stretch it out on an inhale. Again, my shoulders are lifted. I'm pushing my belly button down and lifting my shoulders up off the mat. Good. Each movement controlled and focused. Straightening the arms, tucking into a ball. Good. And let that go. I'm rolling up to unhook the band from my ankle. And we're going back to that first ab exercise with the band under the soles of my feet. Holding it in both hands, legs are up to start. Belly button pressing down, shoulders lifting, chin to the chest, arms straight by the side, and little pulses. This is an exercise called the 100 in Pilates. And so the band just adds a little extra element here. You can lower your legs as much as you want. Good, release that, roll it up. Let's hook the band to the other ankle. From here, we're rolling back down. Elbows toward the knees. And then inhale, stretch it out long. Exhale, tuck to a ball. Shoulders are lifted up. Belly button pressing down. Exhale, tuck. Inhale, stretch. Good, exhale, tuck. Notice my arms are never going that far back. They're just kind of moving straight up from my ears. So my ears are right between my biceps each time. Good, breathe as you go, breathe as you go. Focus, focus, and finish. Very good. Let's unhook that band. We're done with it. Set it down. Let's just take a couple seconds to stretch out here. Start by reaching your arms overhead, legs out, and make your body as long as you can. Bring the right knee in toward the chest, holding the right hamstring, and just hugging it in, bringing it as close as you can to your body. We'll cross the right ankle over the left knee. Now, holding the left hamstring, both feet are flexed, stretching out the hip. I got to bring my yoga teacher self in here. So every time you breathe, every time you exhale, go for that little deeper stretch. Inhale, create space in your body, and exhale, stretch. Good, let's switch sides. Right leg on the ground, left knee hugging into the chest. And then crossing the left ankle over the right knee, holding the hamstring, right hamstring, and hugging that in. Feet are flexed. Good. Bring both knees together, arms stretch out to the side, and we'll lower both knees down to one side in a twist. You can look back at that opposite arm, or just back up to the ceiling. Really breathe deeply into this. Twisting is so good for our spine, and these gentle twists are so nourishing and comfortable. Bring it back to center with control and lower the other way. Look the other way. Deep breathing into the belly. Good. Roll to your side. We'll come on to our seat with our feet together, knees open. And then just fold forward a little bit over that. Keeping the spine long, so you're really inhaling to lengthen the spine and then exhaling to sink a little bit into this, really feeling the hips let go and open up.
Good. We'll come onto our hands and knees. Wrists below shoulders, knees below hips, and do just a couple of cat stretches here. Inhaling to arch the back and exhaling to round the back. Good. Inhale, arch, and exhale, round. Tailbone is tucking under. Inhale, crown of the head comes up, shoulders move back, and exhale, round. Good. Inhale, arch. Exhale, round. And then we'll take a step forward with the right foot, coming into a low lunge here, letting the hips move forward and down until you feel that stretch in the front of the left leg. Good, then straightening the right leg and sitting back until you feel the stretch in your right hamstring, right behind your right leg. Spine stays long. Breathing deeply always. And then lunge forward again. One more stretch on the left quad and hip flexor. And we'll switch sides. Left foot steps forward. Start with the lunge. Again, use each breath to get more stretch. Just letting it go as far as it wants to today. Never forcing the stretches, just letting them happen. Good, sitting back, straightening the left leg until you feel that stretch in the left hamstring. Long spine. So I'm keeping a straight back. And then lunge forward again. Good. And we'll come up to standing, almost done here. If you have more time to stretch, please take it. I'm just going to breathe my arms up just like at the beginning in the warm-up and exhale to that squat. Inhaling up and exhaling to squat. Nice smooth movement, moving with your breath, just flowing through it. And then stepping the feet closer together, let's reach one arm up and over the head, stretching that side. And then switch sides, other arm up and over the head, reaching away from that foot. Good. Let's bring one arm across the body. Shoulder stays low, and you're just bringing that arm as close into your chest as you can, but the arm is staying straight. Good. Switch sides. Again, the arm is straight, pulling straight across your body, shoulders staying low, away from your ear. Drop it down. Good. Now bring the arm behind the head, holding the elbow to stretch the tricep a little bit. Make sure you're still standing tall. Other side. Again, if you have more time to stretch more, go ahead and take it. Right now, let's take both hands behind the back, palms facing each other, fingers laced. If they go, if they don't, that's okay. Just reach them that way. Opening up the chest here a little bit. Let's let it go. Thank you for joining me. Let's take a deep breath up, reach for the sky, and exhale your arms to your side.